you say, Maggie? Water's on so loud I couldn't hear you.
Well, I've just remarked that one of the no-neck monsters messed up my pretty lace dress, so now I got to change.
Why do you call Cooper's kitties no-neck monsters?
Because they don't got necks. Isn't that a good enough reason?
Don't they have any necks?
Not visible. Fat little heads that sit on their fat little bodies without a bit of connection.
Well, that's too bad.
Yes, it is too bad, because you can't wring the necks if they don't got no necks to wring. Isn't that right, honey? Hear them? Do you hear them screaming? I don't know where their voice boxes are located if they don't got necks. I tell you, I got so nervous at that table tonight, I thought I would throw back my head and utter a scream you could hear across the Arkansas border and parts of Louisiana and Tennessee. I said to your charming sister-in-law, May, honey, couldn't you feed those precious little things at a separate table with an oilcloth cover? They make such a mess, and the lace cloth is so pretty. Well, she made enormous eyes at me and said, oh no. Well, on Big Daddy's birthday, he would never forgive me. Well, I want you to know Big Daddy wasn't at that table 2 minutes with those 5 no-neck monsters slobbering and drooling over their food before he threw down his fork and said, for God's sake, Goober, why don't you feed those pigs at a trough in the kitchen? I'll tell you, I about died. Think of it, Brick. We got 5 of them. And number 6 is coming. They brought the whole bunch down here like animals to display at a county fair. They have those children doing tricks all the time. Junior, show Big Daddy how you do this. Show Big Daddy how you do that. Say a little piece for Big Daddy, sister. Or show your dimple, sugar. Brother, show Big Daddy how you can stand on your head. It goes on and on. Along with constant little remarks and innuendos about the fact that you and I have not produced any children. We are totally childless and therefore totally useless. Of course, it's comical if it wasn't so disgusting what they're up to.
What are they up to, Maggie?
You know what they're up to.
No, I don't know what they're up to.
Well, I'll tell you, boy of mine. They are up to cutting you out of your father's estate. Now we know that Big Daddy's dying of cancer.
Do we?
Do we what?
No, Big Daddy's dying of cancer.
We got the report today.
Oh.
Yeah. Got the report just now. It didn't surprise me, baby. I recognized the symptoms as soon as we got here last spring, and I'm willing to bet that Brother Man and his wife are pretty sure of it too. That more than likely explains why their usual summer migration to the coolness of the Great Smokies was passed up this summer in favor of hustling down here every whip stitch with the whole screaming tribe. And why so many allusions have been made to Rainbow Hill lately. Do you know what Rainbow Hill is? It's a place that's famous for treating alcoholics and dope fiends in the movies.
I'm not in the movies.
No. And you don't do dope. But other than that, you are a perfect candidate for Rainbow Hill, baby. And that is exactly where they aim to ship you. Well, over my dead body. Yeah, over my dead body they'll ship you there, but nothing would please them better. Then Brother Man could get a hold of the purse strings and dole out remittances to us. Or get power of attorney and sign checks for us, or cut off our credit wherever and whenever he pleases. Son of a bitch. How'd you like that, baby? Well, you're doing everything in your power to bring it about. You're doing just about everything you can think of to aid and abet in this scheme of theirs. Quitting work. Devoting yourself to the occupation of drinking. Breaking your ankle last night at the high school athletic field doing what? Jumping hurdles. At 2 or 3 in the morning. Just fantastic. Got in the paper. Clarksdale Register carried a nice little item about it. Human interest story. About a well-known former athlete staging a one-man track meet at the Glorious Hill High School athletic field. Only he was a little out of condition and didn't clear the first hurdle. Brother Man Gooper claims he exercised his influence to keep it from going over to the AP or UP, whatever goddamn P. brick, you still got one big advantage. Oh, Big Daddy dotes on you, honey. And he can't stand Brother Man and Brother Man's wife, that monster of fertility, May. She's downright odious to him. Do you know how I know? Little expressions that flicker across his face when she's holding forth one of her choice topics, such as when she refused twilight sleep when the twins were delivered. Because she believes that motherhood is an experience a woman ought to experience fully in order to fully appreciate the wonder and beauty of it all. And how she had Brother Man stand beside her in the delivery room so he would not miss out on the wonder and beauty of it either. Producing those no-neck monsters. Big Daddy shares my attitude towards those two. As for me, well, he tolerates me because I give him a laugh. In fact, I sometimes suspect that Big Daddy harbors a little unconscious lech for me.
What makes you think that Big Daddy has a lech for you, Maggie?
Where he always drops his eyes down my body when I'm talking to him. Drops his eyes down to my boobs and he licks his old chops. Well, sooner or later, it's bound to soften you up. It's just beginning to soften up Skipper, ain't it? I'm sorry. I never could keep my fingers off a sore. I wish you'd lose your looks. If you did, it would make the martyrdom of St. Maggie a little more bearable. I've no such goddamn luck. I actually think you've gotten better looking since you've gone on the bottle. Yeah. Someone who doesn't know you might think you've never had a tense nerve in your body or strained muscle. Then again, you've always had that detached sort of quality, as if you were playing a game without much concern as to whether you won or lost. And now that you lost the game, well, not lost, just quit playing. You got that rare sort of charm that one usually only finds in very old or hopelessly sick people. The charm of the defeated. You look so cool. So cool, so enviably cool. They're playing croquet. The moon has appeared. Its white just began to turn a little bit yellow. You were a wonderful lover. Such a wonderful person to go to bed with. And mostly because I think you were really indifferent to it. Isn't that right? Never had any anxiety about it, did it naturally, easily, slowly, with absolute confidence and perfect calm. More like opening a door for a lady or seating her at a table than giving any expression to any longing for her. Your indifference made you wonderful at lovemaking. Strange, but true. And you know, if I thought that you would never make love to me ever again, I would go down into the kitchen and I would find the longest and sharpest knife that I could, and I would stick it straight into my heart.